right, first draft coming in. It's going to be Arctic Wolves with first ban, and they are going to be banning Moragesh off the map, even though they just used it, and Moragesh helped secure a win. Moragesh is off the map. Reborn's following up with a ban on Grux. Very appropriate, because Cosby's been picking that hero like crazy.
Does that mean I get to see my Rampage?
Does this mean
Please tell me we get to see Rampage.
No, I want my crunch.
I prefer to see Rampage. So Moragesh Grux come out. First pick for Arctic Wolves is going to be Lieutenant Bellica.
Which is
of course it's Lieutenant Bellica.
Because you're taking that away from Nazgul. Nazgul's very effective on Bellica.
Right.
Vanilla QT is pretty good with her, but I feel like that is more securing it away from Nazgul, who's become very, very proficient at that hero. Reborn's following up. Their two picks are going to be Decker and Sevarog. Jay Leo doing a very good job on Sevarog this tournament so far that we've seen. Arctic Wolves following that back up with Twin Blast and Greystone. How do you feel this team so far?
I mean, you've got knock up, you've got stun, you've got the stun from Bellica, you've got a solid offliner, tanky front line, and of course, Survivor on Twin Blast. Twin Blast is a really strong carry right now. So good first three picks. Sevarog, J-Leo on Sevarog is just disgusting to watch. He's so good at that hero. With Crazy Fool picking up Greystone, that means we're most likely going to see Reflect on Seraph, and he plays a nasty Seraph.
In Reborn, they're picking up Seraph and Howitzer. That's going to be very exciting. Arctic Wolves following that up with Rampage and Narbash. You get your rock.
Love me some Rampage. I love me some Rampage. Rampage is the hero that I played. The moment I started playing Paragon, I was like, oh, I love Rampage. I played him when he was broken.
I love overpowered heroes that give me instant wins.
No. Because I still played him when they nerfed the crap out of him and people were, he was unplayable. I still played him. And I've continued to play him. He is one of my favorite heroes. I'm very interested to see how Cosby builds and plays this hero. I even have a Rampage emote. That's how much I love this hero. I'm very excited to see how Cosby plays this hero. And I like that Narbash pick. Narbash is just, he's a hero for a long time everybody thought wasn't that strong. And we've seen the competitive scene take this hero with new cards like
it depends on the cards
take this hero
meta,
and just blow him up. Yeah. And he's such a good hero right now.
Because, like, when Decker can't be... The thing is, Decker excels in AoE comps. Narbash is kind of... Like, Narbash and Decker's kits are very, very similar. They both have slows. They both have stuns. They're very good stuns in the game as well. The thing... And they share the same affinities. The difference being the ultimates. You want to tie Decker up with a Howitzer, a gadget. When you pick a Bellica mid lane, Decker doesn't really suit that very well. So that's when you take the Narbash. Similar kit, but you can get different applications on it. And you can get some heals and a move speed buff.
So last pick for Reborn is going to be Sparrow. Picking up the Sparrow. NATO Sick is just, he's done so well with this hero.
He's tearing through people with Sparrow.
It's just, it's remember when Sparrow was bad and then they changed her a little bit and it's like, holy crap, Sparrow's insane. And Sparrow is just, she gets so much love from the comp scene and people just, she's such a good addition to teams. And NATO Sick is a nasty Sparrow, a nasty Sparrow. So there's your draft, guys. We're going to jump into this game and introduce both of these teams. Chat, I want to hear from you guys. You guys. I can't wait till we have the emotes to spam this.
Oh my God.
Emotes will be coming so you can spam winners. But looking at these drafts, chat, if you think Reborn is going to win, spam 1. If you think Arctic Wolves is going to win, spam 2. Purely based off the drafts. Let's hear what chat has to say.
I'm curious.
Geronimo Jack, I am ready.
I am ready. 3.
Let's do it.
2, 1, and go. Starting the game off, this is the finals of PCL NA number 7. Introducing the teams, it's going to be Vanilla QT on the Bellica. Phasma is going to be on the Ginger Jams Narbash. Cosby on Rampage with that copper-toned obsidian skin. Survivor Twin Blast. Crazy Fool on Greystone.
Over on the side of Reborn, we've got NATO Sick on Sparrow. Reflect is on Seraph, J-Leo Grande. Oh, Solo Nazgul's in trouble here. So is Phasma in this mid lane.
They have an engagement going on if they're trying to get something out. Vanilla QT will use a seismic assault to finish the engagement and end the knockout. Meanwhile, there's a weird, awkward duking out as Crazy Fool's trying to block Master Splinter from taking the ward out. It won't be enough. Now Crazy Fool walking away. Master Splinter showing him who the real boss is.
So let's finish these introductions, you jerks. I'm trying to do something here. J. Leo Severog, Master Splinter is playing Decker and Solo Nazgul on Hard Case Howitzer. Such a good looking skin.
I like
those are your teams, guys. I am super excited about this game. Wards are out. A little bit of aggression mid lane, nothing too crazy. I think we're going to see more of a traditional setup here where we've got NATO Sick and Master Splinter in the 2v1 lane.
Phasma coming in with the thumb, jumping right on top of Reflect. He had no chance to react as he gets blown up, and then Phasma gets executed. In the mid lane, there's another engagement as well.
That is 2 dead on the side of... Was that 1 dead?
They killed each other.
2 dead on the side of both teams there. Vanilla Cutie picks up a kill. Survivor picks up a kill. Solo picks up a kill. So we've got a couple early game fights. According to chat, looking at the numbers, they think Reborn is going to win.
My boys in blue, though. I mean, they're both in blue, actually, when you think about it.
They're technically both in blue, but no, I get what you're saying.
Well, Arctic Wolves is currently blue on my game, so for me, they're the boys in blue.
The Arctic Wolves is I have been a fan of Arctic Wolves for a very, very long time, and I just want to see them win. I want to see them win. It's the one thing they haven't done yet. But
it's been a long time coming. And
it's been a long time coming. They do deserve it. I just need them to hurry the frick up and take a win. Stasis Bomb is going to land on a Crazy Fool. He's being aggressive in Master Splinter and NATO Sick over here, which I mean he should. He is a Greystone. He picks up
a lot of health.
Picks up his Stoic. He gets that health regen. He gets that basic armor. Allows him to be a little bit more aggro. He's basically used all of the mana of Master Splinter here. The Junglers is going to be the big one for me. We finally have a Rampage. We haven't seen Rampage in a very long time.
Rampage really
It's a lot to do with cards.
Yeah.
Well, I think Thick Blood is a big one because you can kind of shut down his ultimate with Thick Blood, so you counter him that way. There's a lot of different ways to counter his regen.
Oh god, J. Leo's hovering right behind Crazy Fool. He has no idea. The Jungler's right there. Goes in with the Scythe and the Auto Tech. There is the Stasis Bomb and the Subjugate just as he's trying to jump with the Assault the Gates. He assaults a whole lot of nothing.
He assaulted nothing. He got assaulted is what happened there. So he is going to fall. There is a little bit of engagement in the mid lane. The boulder is going to land on the Solo Nazgul. I don't know if they're going to be able to pick up this kill. It's very close. Vanilla Cutie going to continue the chase and pick it up. Cosby took about 3 tower shots there. So there is a counter kill. You could take our off laner. We're going to take your mid laner. And Arctic Wolf picks up that kill there. So Cosby, a lot of the changes to Greystone were not Greystone, Rampage. He no longer has the 2-second boulder at level 1. Mm-hmm. You now have to invest points into that boulder to level up. So by level, I want to say it's 8, he has that full 1.94 second stun at level 8. So I'm interested to see his build order. Does he prioritize the boulder, or does he go and pick up King of the Jungle to give him that extra health regen in the jungle?
I'd say the boulder. You want that stun to level up.
The boulder as well. Yeah, I mean, you want a 1.94 second stun is very important. So that's what I expect him to do. But early game damage, late game tank, or does he go with tankiness at the start and just become a nuisance that way? But of the changing as well, there's a lot of cards he could pick up. Reflect is going to be able to get away there. I don't know if they're going to be able to get this kill on him. Does he continue the aggression or just worry this? Or just clear that menu? Do you think we'll see a butt of the Changeling come out?
I think you have to, because I know Solo now. Oh, Black Buff is going to go on J. Leo. Going to try and engage. Cosby's just running away. There's the slow grenades. They will miss. J. Leo's Subjugate should be coming back up in just a second. And he's going to continue engaging. Landline bounces him back to the orange tower. And that is going to be a rock, but won't be enough. The Ender of Dreams ends the dreams.
I mean, good landmine placement coming out of Solo Nazgul, knowing Cosby wants to go down into the jungle, knocks him back into Sevarog. Leo lands the subjugate, and they pick up that kill. Great play by Solo Nazgul, making sure they pick up that kill on that jungler, which also causes a rotation for Survivor and Phasma. They end up leaving the lane to go and try help. They don't get much help there. I mean, they don't help at all. The big thing is they miss out on a lot of farm by rotating. Yes, there's a minion wave here to push, but they missed out on that farm. They missed out on the ability to stay in lane and get that farm by causing them to rotate there. So good play by Solo Nazgul and Leo picking up that kill on Cosby.
Looking at the scores right now, we are seeing 3-4. Well, 3-3. Phasma did get the execution death, which didn't really change a whole lot on his point. Phasma going for a Circlet of Health to start. Cosby opts for a Guardian's Scythe, taking the extra damage. I guess that's because he gets the
because of King of the Jungle
passive.
Yep.
Whereas we see J. Leo goes for the Stalker's Siphon and a Sorcerer's Sword. So he's got his early game items, early game damage right out of the bat. Aside from that, nothing out of the ordinary. J. Leo getting hit by the rock from Cosby. They're now trying to engage as Master Splinter's helping out. Solo Nazgul doing what he can. Both teams back up. No kills will be had. J. Leo picking up a purple buff and going back into his jungle. I'm curious to see if he's going to use it. No, he's going to use it to farm. And he's going to gank with it anymore.
Vanilla Cutie's got to be careful here in the mid lane. I'm sorry, Solo Nazgul's got to be careful. Seismic Assault, Void Bomb, and of course that Void Drone was down, brought Solo Nazgul low. Unfortunately, Vanilla Cutie did not have the mana to Neural Disrupt that fool, because if he did, I think Solo Nazgul may have fallen there. So, I mean, we're seeing a very aggressive play out of Vanilla Cutie. He's keeping this lane pushed very far forward. Hopefully we'll start to see a little bit more rotation from him, and him rotating to the off lanes. Reflect is in a little bit of trouble. Not Reflect, the tower is in a little bit of trouble. Reflect just letting these guys take this down here. It should fall. Is it? It's just, there it goes.
There it goes, yeah.
On it.
J. Leo jumping in now, landing the subject on Survivor. Reflect diving in, followed by the ultimate. There's the colossal blow to knock him in the corner. Survivor now in a bit of trouble as he's just running away from the other direction of his teammate into the enemy towers. He's going to wrap around on the staircase. Will not be enough.
Phasma, you should have escaped.
Yeah, you should have ran. Leave him go.
Let him die, Phasma. Let him die.
He's doing what he can to try and get away. He's burning his heel. And he's going to actually get out. The Song of His People did his job.
The Song of His People did his job. I thought for sure Phasma was going to die there. He was being a support, though. He's like, I'm going to help you, buddy. And then he's like, oh, crap. No, I'm not. And he turned around and ran. He does live, so that is a bonus. The unfortunate thing is Survivor does fall to Leo and Reflect.
Well, if you see Survivor went one direction, and Phasma's like, peace.
I'm out.
Later. And that's how that went. Cosby picks up the blue buff in here on the riverside. There is a black buff on the other side of the map, and J. Leo's been getting really lucky getting a lot of these black buffs. Survivor jumping in as well. He does see it. Who gets it? It goes to J. Leo. Survivor's in a little bit of trouble as J. Leo dashes. However, Straight's doing a good job of turning it around and just blowing up the Sevarog with those grenades. Crazy Phil now diving in, using that ultimate. Neural Disruptor doing a lot of damage to the... Oh, snap! Grenade from downstairs going to kill Master Splinter. Solo Nazgul in on trouble as Crazy Phil doing what he can to take a little damage. Piercing shot might go out. No, Vanilla QT is going to peel for the Greystone. Great engagement from Arctic Wolves.
So the Crazy Fool got hit with a R2000 in Ender of Dreams, if you will, and he walked away with like 27 health. He was so close to dying there. Vanilla Cutie coming in with that peel, allowing their team just to escape. Everybody was so low on the side of Arctic Wolves, but they do pick up 2 kills. Unfortunately, they're not going to get any towers out of it or any objectives, but it is nice they got those 2 kills. Little confidence boost. We're at the 10-minute mark. We know Raptors are spawning, which means we're going to see some more possible posturing around these Raptors here. If I'm Arctic Wolves, I don't want to allow NATO Sick and Reborn to have free reign of these. I want to make sure we're contesting these or trying to take them as often as we can.
Yeah. and they are posturing around Raptors as they've just spawned. I don't think anyone's going to be looking to take those just yet. NATO Sick currently fighting Crazy Fool, who is using the Salt Gate to dive in. He has the level advantage to bully down the Sparrow, as Master Splinters nowhere near him at this time. He's rotating back into lane. Those Raptors are looking pretty juicy. Do you think they're going to take them? They have a purple buff. They can get the advantage here.
I mean, they set up, they bait. You can always bait around those Raptors. You've got Leo just sitting there and wait. Reflect is de-warding right now, and then you just have Leo just sit and wait as to try and bait them out to it. I don't think they will because of the warding, but Leo he's getting aggressive. Is he going to be able to land this here? Oh, what a play!
He does manage to secure the subjugate, and he's going to go in once again. Reflect diving. Thunk goes out, not in time. Jay Leo's the one to pick up that kill.
What a play coming out of Jay Leo. He phantom rushes in, hits him with a colossal blow, lands the subjugate. Reflect is there to help secure that kill. Oh, on the other side of the map, Crazyville falls to NATO Sick and Master Splinter. But what a damn good play.
The tower is what secured that one. Mid lane, yet another engagement as Jay Leo's the one being engaged on right now by the Rock and the Seismic Assault. He tries to colossal blow away, but it won't be enough as Cosby pounces on top of him. There's Reflect diving in right through the Narbash. Oh boy. Lots of engagements going on, and this is a very aggressive game overall.
There are a lot of engagements happening across the map. Vanilla Cutie continuing to still be aggressive. He has to be careful here. Reflect rotates in behind. There's a stasis bomb. Vanilla Cutie out of position, continue to be aggressive, and just fell. Very weird play from Vanilla Cutie. This opens up Raptors for the side of Reflect. NATO Sick is there. He is going to pop that ultimate, make sure they take these down pretty quickly. Not sure what Vanilla Cutie was thinking there. And it does look like all three Raptors are going to go to NATO Sick, and they're going to get out of there. So they pick up 3 kills. They pick up all 3 Raptors. They spend that card power, and they get ready for another engagement. Really good play out of Reborn.
And Reborn is now 8-6. Their ADC sitting at 21 card points. Survivor's only at 18 right now. So this is starting to have that NATO 6 snowball that we see quite often. He's going to jump on that gold buff to try and get that, to try and close the gap on that CP advantage. Jumping back into lane right now. Not too much.
Vanilla's in chat. Let's ask him what he was thinking. Vanilla Cutie, what were you thinking with that play right there? Don't worry.
Live interview.
We'll wait for your response. Yeah. We'll wait for your response.
I will sit here and not say anything for a whole 40 seconds waiting for this response.
Hashtag boosted confirmed by Vanilla Cutie in chat here. So taking a look at these scores, like you said, Survivor sitting at 19, NATO 6 sitting at 22. It was an easy 4v1. 4v4.
Crazy Fool.
My bad.
Yep. Crazy Fool and Reflect duking it out right now. Crazy Fool having the advantage, just wailing on Reflect, who's going to use the slow to try and get away and dive away once again after the Assault the Gates was used to close the gap.
That containment fence was purely just to everybody survive containment fence. We saw 2 ultimates go down, and it was like, nah, we're going to live. Here comes the containment fence. Let's everybody just get out here. So we've got ultimate down by Phasma. We've got containment fence down by Master Splinter. Oh, Phasma's in a lot of trouble in the mid lane there.
Gets blown up by a colossal blow and a grenade. He was at half health and then wasn't.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened. Perfect analysis. He was at half health and then he wasn't.
Crazy Fool getting jumped on by Reflect. Those minions doing a lot of damage. The ultimate goes out. Reflect diving in the air and then going away. Try and close the gap or make a gap between him and the Greystone. Solo Nazgul jumping in as well. Oh. There's the quenching skills to stop Crazy Fool from doing anything. Reborn starting to run away with the game right now. Arctic Wolves had a very strong start, but getting a little overzealous.
Tier 2 tower being pressured by Reflect right now. He does have, or a Tier 2 tower is being pressured, and Reflect trying to clear that up. Crazy Fool just overextending. No vision, no wards. Good rotation from Leo Grande and Nazgul. Leo coming in, popping that quenching scales, keeping him alive. Vanilla Cutie trying to be aggressive against Leo here. Seismic Assault does miss, clears those wards out. So we're 15 minutes into the game. I feel like this game has been going on a lot longer than this.
Yeah.
We're 15 minutes into the game. We've got quenching scales online for Master Splinter and Leo Grande over on the side of Reborn. We have Phasma currently the only one with quenching scales. Cosby has picked up a Hunter's Guile. He's got a Guardian Scythe and a Ward. I wasn't expecting the Hunter's Guile from him. I was actually expecting something. Yeah, it's Rampage with the Hunter's Guile. I get it. I understand it because they've got the stuns, they've got the roots, so it makes sense.
You might as well use it, right?
Yes, I'd like to see a little bit more health coming out there. Hopefully he builds health into that. It's going to be interesting to see what he picks up going into a spiked bone plate right now. So for the most part, I mean, Survivor 23 card power, NATO 6 26 card power. Raptor's going to respawn here in just a second. Got 10 seconds when those respawn. I expect another aggressive play around those Raptors.
The teams should be posturing in just a second. We have Reflect rotating over from his side of the map into mid lane. Vanilla QT does have vision on him as the ward is there. Not completely paying attention. He's starting to rotate over. Raptors are currently being taken with Solo Nazgul starting them. Jay Leo helping out. Make it rain being dropped on top of them. Cosby throwing a rock onto Jay Leo. Those Raptors will be secured by Solo Nazgul. Nanosip picking a kill as Jay Leo goes in with the last bit of his health. He's punching scales and colossal blow to get Vanilla QT out of position, who managed to secure a kill onto Jay Leo as the containment fence goes down. Cosby in a lot of trouble. He does have the level 9 ultimate, but it's being chewed straight through by the Sparrow. And she's going to try a piercing shot to get the last bit of damage off. It will not be enough. That leap is too great of a distance. Nadosic now stealing the jungle of Arctic Wolves. And Reflect, look at the positioning Reflect is in right now. He's like way out of there. He has a black buff. If they decide to
engage, wants him to come.
Or he jumps up, jumps down, uses the invulnerability, but the rock will still hit. He's now in a weird position as Howitzer is running over to try and peel for his carry. He will get out.
He was hoping they were going to come in. Like, come at me, I dare you. I've got this. I'll 1v2 you nerds right now.
If he managed to dodge that rock, he would have killed Cosby.
Yeah, he had just mistimed it. Just mistimed it there. That's the Heaven's Fury, his Q. Mm-hmm. He would have killed Cosby. I don't know if he would be able to kill Crazy Fool because Crazy Fool's ultimate. Reflect, though, guys. I've been saying it all weekend. Weakest link. Weakest link. You just saw it there first.
One thing a lot of people don't really...
Oh, look at this mid lane right here. Solo Nazgul with the blink forward into the landmine. They're just going to delete Vanilla Cutie. Very aggressive play from Solo. Blinks forward, hits him with the landmine. I do believe Master Splinter's stun missed, but it wasn't even needed, and they picked that kill up on Vanilla.
Right now, one thing I don't think people realize with Seraph is that the more minions or more targets there are inside that Heaven's Fury, the longer the invulnerability really is. So if you're trying to use it defensively, you hit the biggest patch of targets possible, and it'll buy you that extra like few milliseconds. Survivor getting hit by the colossal blow in the mid lane. Slow grenades do go out, and he could be in a bit of trouble. Rock goes out, hits Jay Leo, crash bang boom. He's stuck under the tower. The grenade will be the one to secure the kill as Jay Leo got a little overzealous trying to get that kill. Not a whole lot of people there to rotate, and Arctic Wolves was there to rotate over and defend their teammate. Cosby jumping in with the ultimate, turning around. Master Splinter could be in a bit of trouble. He's hit by the stun from the rock. Making it rain will be Solo Nazgul helping secure the kill with Reflect onto the Narbash. Crazy Fool diving in right now as Survivor's doing the best he can to ventilate through the enemy team. Vanilla QT gets hit by a landmine, tossed under tower, and chewed apart. Reflect will be the one to pick that kill and getting himself a double kill in that team fight.
That another just well-placed landmine from Solo Nazgul. They're knocking Vanilla Cutie under the tower again, keeping Vanilla Cutie in place. They're able to pick up another kill on Vanilla. Of course, Phasma falls as well. A 1-for-2 exchange in favor for Reborn.
And Reborn is really running away with this game right now. Like, Arctic Wolves was keeping it tied, but now it's set 16-8. Not like it's starting to hit that one-sided. So like you said, I feel like Toronto Esports wasn't putting up as good of a fight as they could have. So Reborn was playing very well, don't get me wrong, but it was more of a one-sided game. What we saw here could have been a better, like, would be a more of a matchup, and Reborn is excelling still.
I mean, they're just, their rotations are on point. We talked about it earlier. They focus a target, they delete that target, and then they move on. And that's exactly what we've seen from these guys. Phasma is a little bit alone. Cosby's going to ult to try and jump in here.
There is the Colossal Blow going out as Cosby gets hit by it. They're now jumping onto Crazy Fool. The Rock going downtown and hitting Master Splinter. They're now jumping onto the carry. Decker goes in. Cosby jumps over it and lands right on top of the support, as there is 2 small engagements inside the team fight. NATO6 picking a kill onto the enemy carry. Reflect could be in trouble, but he gets Phasma as they all run away. NATO6 chasing down Cosby, gets the kill. He's now chasing down Vanilla QT as Crazy Fool is on the other side of the map, getting killed by Jaleel. The piercing shot did go out, however,
this is unexpected. This is unexpected. Vanilla Cutie lived that engagement.
We have an ace!
What?
Full team wipe!
I was just kidding. I spoke too soon. I spoke too soon. Vanilla Cutie's gonna fall. Oh no. NATO Sick and Leo picking up the Raptors. NATO will pick up all 3. Oh man, I spoke too soon. I jinxed it. I jinxed it.
Vanilla QT, you are allowed to say mean things to Notch now. I'm blaming that on him. That wasn't anyone's fault but Notch's. He jinxed everything.
Oh, I feel bad now. I feel bad.
I think they needed to go to Prime instead of Raptors. I know they didn't really have a lot of health for it, but if they had backed and gone straight to Prime, they might have been able to do something with it. Because they just aced the whole team.
The lack, like you said, it was the lack of health. They had no health there. There was very little they could have done. I pick up the Raptors and then back off is probably the best play. Not probably, it is the best play. It puts NATO at 38 card power. He's got a 7-point lead. A 6-point lead over Survivor right now. So
yeah, if we look at kills,
they've been winning the team fights decisively. Like, they'll just wait for another engagement and then go take Orb Prime. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they'll be able to. They'll probably be able to walk away with an Orb Prime very easily, as Cosby's stuck in the mid lane right now. Arctic Wolves trying to engage as Cosby ult leaps right in. Solo Nazgul teleblinking to the side. Cosby has Black Buff doing what he can. Reflect coming in from the back line right onto both the carry and the mid laner. It's going to be Solo Nazgul taking a kill onto Phasma. Vanilla QT getting Reflect. He's put himself in a 2v1 situation as NATO6 picking up his own kill. Jay Leo smothering the carry and doing his job, taking him down. Greystone now stuck by himself, and this is the engagement you were just talking about, Notch, where they can easily wipe the team at will, only for one person. It's all they're ever really. They're only ever losing one person at a time at most.
Yeah, I mean, they jumped in there. They were trying to be aggressive. Article's trying to be aggressive and make something happen. They wanted Orb Prime. So get aggro. Go in. Unfortunately, it backfires. The control and control from Reborn is just too much. They pick up 4 kills and instantly rotate over to Prime Helix. NATO Sick, or Vanilla Cutie is rotating in. Is he going to try and go from behind the wall?
He might be able to do it with a Seismic Assault. The Seismic Assault should be able to go through.
It goes through the wall. He's going to be able to have to time it. He does
just missed.
Just missed. Prime Helix is now picked up by Reborn. All lanes pushing into your tower because of Death Touch. And of course, that super powerful regen has now been activated. No. This is going to be a hard defense.
Does Death Touch
for
work?
Arctic Wolves.
Does Death Touch work automatically, or does it need
Death
to be...
Touch is global, and the moment you activate Orb Prime, Death Touch is activated.
That's frustrating.
So so is the regen. So regen, if you take damage from an enemy, the regen doesn't kick in right away. It takes a couple seconds to kick in. Since they were not taking any damage, the regen basically kicked in right away. The Death Touch kicks in right away, and Tower's now pushing in their favor.
They're now full health, full mana. They have both the purple buff and Orb Prime and the green buff. Sarah's picking up the blue on the side of the map. They're now starting to barrel down the mid lane. tier 2.
There is a lot of lane clear out of Arctic Wolves. They may be able to defend this Orb Prime, but it's all about not losing targets. It's about not dying here.
And they are trying to siege
Death
down
Touch
the
lasts for
tier
30 seconds.
Does it?
Is it 30 or 20? It's 30
the first
seconds.
30 seconds?
It's the first 30 seconds it's activated.
Oh, that's upsetting. Tier 2 tower being pushed down right now by Team Reborn. This time not the .NET one, the actual Team Reborn.
The actual Team Reborn.
They do secure it, and now it's inhib. This is where, when the team has prime, this is where you want to defend. You don't worry about the other 2 towers, you worry about the inhib, because if this inhib goes down, and you got stuck defending a tier 2 and you died, that's the game. So at least they have a chance defending here. And the teams are doing a very good job of waiting. Rock goes out from Cosby. It will miss. Stasis Bomb goes out from Reborn. That will also miss. And there is Cosby jumping with the ultimate. Make it rain. Perfect Decker Cage with the howitzer combo. Dropping down on top of Phasma's head. Crazy Fool tried to go in and peel, but it won't be enough. He gets Colossal Blow. The inhib goes straight down. And that's going to be Greystone's ultimate popping as Reflect tries to get out of the way and goes back in, killing Greystone. This should be the end of the game. Vanilla QT running off to the side, trying to back to safety. Minion wave coming in right now. Very much in favor. Oh. Vanilla QT jumping on to Solo Nazgul. He will walk away as Cosby comes in to give the assistance. Minion wave coming in right now. Survivor doing a good job of trying to clear the wave out, but it could be all by himself. Solo Nazgul getting a kill off on the side of Vanilla QT as they Colossal Blow Cosby away from the core, trying to apply as much damage as they can. Phasma running in now with the Crash Bang Boom. They blink out of it, stun him, and subjugate him, and they're going to save the core for another day as Team Reborn. Oh, that blink! He almost got hit by the rock both before and after the blink.
Reflect, the core is sitting at 25, like 20% right now. They're able to defend it, but at this point, this is just they have to be aggressive. They have to do.
They're going.
They have to do something.
Plays. This is Suicide Squad. Is what this is now.
Like, make a play, find a wipe, and try and push as hard as you can. Orb Prime not spawning for another 5 minutes. What are we at right now? 198 seconds before Orb Prime spawns.
So it's halfway through his respawn cycle right now.
Do we just defend? I mean, if you're Arctic Wolves right now, you're behind. NATO 6 sitting at 50 card power. Survivor only sitting at 39. Vanilla QD sitting at 32. Solo Nazgul sitting at 42. Crazy Fool's at 30. Master Splinter's at 30. Leo's at 34, and Cosby's at 31. There's such a clear advantage on the side of Reborn. What does Arctic Wolves do to come back into this?
I really feel like they're going to have to just kind of bunker down, get themselves a good pick. Reborn's team calling, their shot calling, their team rotations, their team fighting is so strong. Especially when they get the lead, it's hard to answer that because if you kind of break down how the team fight worked, Reflect came in from the backline, jumped straight on to the damage dealers of Arctic Wolves. That was Vanilla QT and the Twin Blast. And he 2v1'd them pretty effectively. He died for it, but he kept the damage off of the rest of the team, allowing J. Leo and everyone else to jump onto everyone else. So once he went down, he managed to get the 2 of them down to about a quarter health, and then the rest of Reborn just walked right in and finished the job. And we are seeing Cosby jump in, and he has his ultimate just to disengage as Reflect is there. The rock will miss point blank. Quenching Scales goes out from J. Leo, and they're looking to push down the tower once again. All they need is a couple picks, and then they can siege that mid lane to try and end the game.
So aggression coming out from Reborn again. They know they have the lead. They know they keep this up. I'm looking at these teams. I'm looking at the scorecard right now, and I just feel like, as of this moment in time, all you can do is defend until Orb Prime comes up, and then make a play Orb Prime.
That's what we said about that game with Rat Pack. And then Randall's hold my beer.
Hold my beer, I'm going in. I just, like, right now, all you have to just defend, keep your lanes pushed, and make a play at Orb Prime. That's all Arctic Wolves can do right now.
waves to try and add that map pressure to create that bit of a distance as Orb Prime is beginning to spawn. That mid lane for Arctic Wolves needs to be pushed up as much as possible because inevitably Prime Fight is the one to end the game. That will be where this game will be decided, most likely.
These guys, they gotta be careful here. Being this far pushed forward.
Black buff goes up, but I think it's Solo Nazgul is going to be the one to steal it. Nope. It's Survivor who managed to secure it. So now we have the carry with the black buff. Ideal situation. That's how you want it. Other buff on the map was also a black buff. Not too sure who picked that one up.
We have, so...
Oh, Blink, Stab Blink going in. Ultimate from Cosme, jumping onto Jay Leo. He could be the trouble as Survivor blinks right out. NATO 6 right after him. He gets landmined by Solo Nazgul, and he's going to go down. Cosme doing what he can to save Phasma, jumping onto NATO 6 won't be enough. Solo gets the kill once again. Vanilla QT shooting the Seismic Assault straight through the wall of the Prime Pit, picking the kill onto NATO 6. Solo Nazgul teleblinking right after Vanilla QT, landmining to the side with the R2000 rocket. There is a stasis bomb, great stun coming from Master Splinter. Reflect doing the job of dealing the damage that he needs to do. Master Splinter the one to secure the kill.
They could have just ended there. Are they going to go for our Prime?
I
feel like they're going to go for a Prime just to deny it if something happens with this engagement. But they can just end if they wanted to. You've got 20% health. Crazy Fool's the only one up to defend. You could just end this if they wanted to. Great stun coming out of Master Splinter there.
Like Kobe 3 points, man. Like he did it.
I want to take a look at NATO 6 build real quick. He's actually picked up a Feral Stone with attack speed. It's a 22 attack speed card. It's got the crit bonus. He also has a Silent Indignation is where he's going to be getting his life steal from, and a bit more attack speed. He's got all the attack speeds on this build. Phasma caught out alone. Subjugate is going to land. He's so low. Stun's going to land from across the map. Solo Nazgul is going to pick up that kill on Phasma. And as of right now, with Orb Prime, with Orb Prime being activated, this is going to be GG. And it looks like we're going to be moving on to a game number 2. Reborn, of course, taking this game. I see no way they can defend this here.
They're doing a pretty good job, all things considered. Vanilla QT popping that stasis gem. And Cosby's jumping on to try and defend. Crazy Fool is there as well. The core is beginning to take a little bit of damage. Jaleo teleblinking, not teleblinking, stab blinking behind the team to finish the core off. And he does manage to get the job done. That will be game 1 of the finals.
Let's go, team! Reborn coming in, playing so well. Come on now. Reborn just dictated the flow of that entire match. They were the ones being aggressive. They've secured the Raptors. 2 Orb Primes, which you normally don't need 2 to win, but they decided to take the second one just because they're Reborn really just, they're looking good. Reborn is looking friggin' good. What does Arctic Wolves have to do to win the next game?
They're going to have to step up their game. That's simple as that. I love them to death. I consider them friends, but Reborn was, that specific game was leagues ahead of them. Their draft was pretty good. Just those team fights, they didn't have it. I don't know where, I don't know exactly where it was. The thing is I see with Reborn is it's hard to break down their team fights and what they do based on memory alone. Because you're like, oh, this is in favor of Arctic Wolves. They have a good engagement. Suddenly now Arctic Wolves has 3 people dead and Reborn just won the team fight in something that shouldn't have been won.
Right.
Or you'll see like Solo Nazgul come out of the corner of your eye and it's like suddenly there's someone behind me now, and now when I had the advantage, I'm pinched.
Right.
Right? Like it's hard it's hard to follow. So you really have to sit down and watch and dissect what they're doing to try and like see what Arctic Wolves needs to do, because Arctic Wolves was playing, they were playing a pretty solid game. It's just not,
they started out okay. It just fell apart a little bit as we rotated into mid.
I'm gonna say honestly,
mid and late game.
I don't like Greystone. Like Greystone has niche, but if To me, that's one less hero that can have an impact on the game. Greystone's biggest impact is his split push and his ult. If he doesn't have those, what are you gonna do? Even with Greystone's ult, the second health bar is nice, but the slow is underwhelming. You need to actually put yourself in a bad position and get yourself overextended and caught out just to get that slowed down. It's good as a chasing tool at best.
Right. Guys, we're going to take a quick break here. We're going to be jumping into game number 2, Arctic Wolves versus Reborn. Great game number 1 coming out of Reborn. Arctic Wolves, they've got a lot of mistakes that they need to fix. If they can fix those mistakes, they could definitely take a game off of this team. But Reborn right now just looks so strong. We're going to take a quick break, guys, and we will see you in just